Mhm. Well, this says front-facing camera. I didn't even know this had a back one. Does that mean that I have another camera going the other way? I don't know. This is my laptop that I'm using here. But anyway, this is Friday, the 21st of March. Got only a couple of days left in this month here. And I was just wanting to talk about a couple of things that's been happening with me. Of course, I have the comedy coming up on Sunday, and I've been really very blessed in a lot of different ways. One thing, I went to the just this week. I've been having to go to the doctor for a sonogram, and I had a very interesting conversation there with the people at nuclear medicine. Very funny, and hopefully I recorded the thing. I don't know if I recorded it or not. The how do you say, the sometimes when I'm laughing like this, I forget everything. I forget I forget everything. Sometimes I call up people and I forget that I'm recording them because it's very important. Telephone calls, like to people who call me up from the VA hospital or other doctors or what have you, and I'll start recording them on another old cell phone, and I forget that I'm recording, and it'll keep on recording the whole conversation. Come home, go to sleep, wake up, and it's still recording. Re- Recording my snoring, you know, on, on both sides of my body, the snoring. So anyway, man, I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I know perhaps my body has shown maybe very little amount of progress, but it has shown progress. I mean, I'm doing things I never was able to do before. I did some lunges. I haven't been able to do that before. What do they call it? The bridges. If you look up bridges the exercise, you know. So I was never able to do that. So, and I've been walking. Yesterday I walked a lot. I did walk a lot. The day before that I walked an awful lot. So yesterday, of course, I went to the doctor and I went to nuclear medicine. They did a what is called a stomach emptying exam, where they put radioactive stuff. I know last week I went for the heart. They put some radioactive stuff in me, and I was telling them, I said, I hope this doesn't do anything to the babies, and they'd be like looking at me like, one of them actually called the psych consult on me. I had the psychiatrist call me to the side, and I told him, hey, man, I said, hey, man, I'm just kidding around, man. I mean, no reason for no psych consult. I know I can't have no baby, you know, but some of these doctors, man, they will Baker Act you just to show their power. They should have never gotten that position. They should have never gotten that position of power. They studied all that, and they think they're something they're not. They're just a GP or whatever, general practitioner, or they have some other, how do you say, some other emphasis. Because I think everybody's a specialist nowadays. There's no more Marcus Welby, general practitioner that dibs and dabs into a little bit of everything, you know. Or like there was this one guy who his name was Torres. He was a doctor, and Mom used to talk about him all the time because he decided he was going to be a doctor, even in grade school and stuff, and in high school he would when people would ask him, he would say he wanted to be a doctor and stuff like that. And when he became a doctor and he opened up a clinic, Oh, well, he had an office on the second floor over in, I want to say it's like 172nd Street. I guess, well, I used to live on Katona Park North, so it was north, east, west, south. So next to one of the parks, which was the one with the pool. I think that was, well, whatever Katona Park had the pool. I think that was where Trump was talking the other time, you know. And well, he had his office right around there, like 172nd, and out there, like I forget the name of that street, but it was like 172nd. He had his office on the second floor. And back then, doctors had medicines in the offices and stuff, So, that, that's the way it was back then. I mean, before they started robbing these offices and stuff for painkillers and stuff like that. So, his name was Israel Torres, I think it was. And people used to laugh at him. They used to say, "Look, there goes the doctor, Doctor Israel, Doctor Torres," they would call him. And when he became a doctor, there was people who used to kid him about it, and they were coming back to him to see if Dr. Torres could take care of them on the cuff, extend credit to them. They were sick and whatever, and Dr. Torres would do it, you know. And I remember mom used to take me there if I had a fever or whatever, earaches or what have you. I don't know if he was instrumental in getting my tonsils removed, but it wouldn't surprise me because I know more or less that was the time when I had my tonsils removed when we were living there. I guess I was having too many problems with that, and it's amazing how somebody could take all that ridicule and still have grace enough to actually take care of these people who before were just they were just how do you say they were ridiculing him, making fun of him, and yet he had the grace, to take care of these people, and I don't know how financially he was, but if you're a doctor, you're doing something, right? I mean, obviously, he had his own practice, and that's a lot more than what other people could say, right? And he studied, so he was very intelligent. We consider those like the cream of the crop, right? Doctors and helping people out, having compassion for people. Well, back then, I don't know about now. Now it might be all about the cheese, it might be all about the money. But I'm sure there's some out there who took their Hippocratic oath very seriously, right? And some doctors they just shouldn't be a doctor. They think they know it all. You know, when I ask these doctors, you know, would they, what would they reply to Jesus if he asked them, "Why should I let you into my heaven?" They like, freeze up and say, "Oh, well, I got a lot of other patients right now. Have yourself a good day." What they don't want to hear about. They don't want to hear about qualifying for heaven. All they know that they qualified to be a doctor. They're qualified to make money. They're qualified to have you waiting for them to call you in. Regardless of how long you've been waiting. And changing the subject a little bit, I feel God is really working with me in certain areas, especially on patience. You know, it was terrible yesterday, man. Yesterday I waited 2.5 hours before they picked me up in the Uber. The first Uber they sent was out here I am in the VA hospital in Tampa. That's the 13,000 Bruce B. Downs. That's the address. That's 13000. And yet They sent the car out to 1300 Bruce B. down someplace out in Wesley Chapel. I don't even. It's a whole different county, man. You know, I mean, that's I'm in Hillsborough County, and that address there, Wesley Chapel. Wesley Chapel is in the county, Pasco County, which is north. I gotta say, it's like 24 minutes if you go straight down Bruce B. Downs from where he was at, which was a Verizon wireless place. Now, why they were taking me to a Verizon wireless place, I don't know. Usually, the like other places that I've gotten picked up from for insurance purposes, they would always ask you, what doctor are you seeing? What specialty is he at? What's the name of the doctor? What's the name of the place? They want to see it. They put that address in, and they look it up, man. Or you just tell them the place. You tell them VA Hospital Tampa. They will. Oh, that's the one at 13,000 Bruce B. Down. Yep, that's it. And Tampa, yes, okay. You know, or if I tell them something else, if I say, hey, take me to the pain clinic here on Nikki View Drive here in Brandon, they will look it up. Pain, Nikki View Drive, and there goes the doctor right there. You know, but this place here was called Safe Ride, the worst. They're working with United Healthcare, so I don't know if I should even stay with them. I don't even know if I should stay with them. I mean, like I said, I was, I got beyond angry, and then I started like giving up. I started surrendering on the anger. I said, no, you know, I'm just gonna wait here, and I started laughing about it. You know, I was on hold for nearly 2 hours on hold. They kept on talking to me and then putting me on hold, talking to me and then putting me on hold. Finally, they left me on hold, and here I was in the at the VA hospital. I didn't have enough to go back to my house because that's got to be with no traffic. It's got to be like a $25 ride or something. As a matter of fact, let me look it up now, and I'll tell you exactly how much it would be if I was to take a cab. I could even show it to you. That would go at least 24, $25, something like that. That's without traffic. Without traffic, that's what it would be. I don't think this phone here has the Uber or the Lyft app. No, it doesn't. And I don't know what this thing is doing with TikTok in here. I need to use that space for something more. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any TikTok dance videos. What do you think? TikTok dance. Show that one to the people over at the. Show that to the judge who disabled me. The judge who said, you know, with that back pain of yours and that history, nah, I don't think so. You know, I don't think you're gonna be working anymore. We're gonna give you SSI for the rest of your days. But you know, I think I can be useful. See, I can I can work. I just have to be careful about what work I do. See, if I if I can't use my body the way I want to, okay, maybe I could talk to people on the first floor. I don't gotta go up to the second or the third floor. That might be a little bit too much. After all these buildings that they got here, they got a lot of people in this just in this complex alone. And they got a lot of complexes like this, a lot of apartment complexes like this all throughout Brandon, all throughout Riverview, all throughout everywhere around here. I mean, Brandon is probably the one that has, you know, they got the mall here, they got all the stores here. You know, if they don't have the store here, it's because it really shouldn't even be a store. You know, like the Men's Warehouse, they got the Men's Warehouse here. They got other places, you know, but you know, those are the ones that I think of. You know, when I think of stores, I think of Men's Warehouse and other things. You know, and yeah, I don't have. I took out the TikTok out of here, and maybe I'll keep it on the other. I'm not really too enthusiastic about TikTok. I could see why. You know, some people want it banned. It's just too much. Just too much. Too many women on there that are looking for something other than just entertainment. Like on Facebook, just looking at nice little. There's very few Christian things on TikTok, which might be another reason why I should be on there. No doubt about it. And I think the same thing about X. I don't know how they're doing, but maybe I could reach out, do something. And I just thank God for yesterday that I I mean I think if that would have caught me any other time, I would have been cursing. I would have been cursing out the driver when he came. He probably would have left me too. I probably would have had to wait more, you know. Might have gotten kicked off the platform. Who knows? But that safe ride, man. If I ever see that safe ride again, I don't know. Maybe I just stay there because God is developing patience in me. Maybe that's what I need. And maybe I could use that time more efficiently. Okay, there's always something you could pray for. There's always Bible you could read. There's always marriage books I could read. Seeing that that's what I'm looking for now, a good woman. You know, so I need to prepare the correct questions, see the correct attitude that that woman is having. Is she gonna be like Sarah? Sarah called Abraham her Lord with a little small L. I don't know what that looks like, but if a woman is willing to do what Sarah did, I don't say she got to call me Lord Victor, or something like that, or Lord VIP3 or Lord Victorious. But it's that attitude, it's that she's gonna be happier doing what God told her to do, which is to be my helper rather than to be my head, right? Being the head person in this company, being the head person in this relationship. She's not called for that. Now, is she gonna be advising consent just like the Senate does? Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna take her advice into consideration. Sure. I mean, because I'm expecting her to be just as much as an evangelist as me. Because if she isn't an evangelist, I don't think she's gonna be qualifying. She better be a good Christian. She better have a good heart for evangelizing, for children, for shut-ins, for elderly people, for all kind of people. Is she gonna know Spanish? I don't know. She's gonna have to be willing because I'm gonna be willing to learn her language, whatever that is, whether it's Japanese, Vietnamese, whatever it is, whatever, Laos, Thailand, uh, you know, African, Swahili, whatever, I don't know, whatever they talk over the Arabic, I mean, I know if God leads me to a woman who has a different language, I'm certainly going to do everything in my power to learn that language because it would be disrespectful otherwise, right? I mean, because there's certain things that I'm going to be talking to her and her parents about, right, or her relatives, if her parents have been promoted to be with Jesus or they just passed away. So I think that's important, and it shows that I'm really interested in her if I start learning her language, and not only that, but it's always funny to hear somebody else trying your language. There's always mispronunciation and maybe I'll say a word that seeing that I mispronounce it so much is actually another word which is really terrible. All those things happen, right? Well, I just thank God that I'm still here. I'm still trying, still just like that song by Toby Mac. I'm gonna go down swinging. If I go down, I'm gonna go down swinging. If I go down, that's Elements by Toby Mac. And that's exactly, where my head is at. I don't know where she is at. Maybe she's in prison right now. Who knows? Maybe maybe she might call me grandfather because I'm so old. That's okay. I don't care really. People call me grandpa already in Iron Man and other places too. You know, I really don't care. Age ain't nothing but a number. And if I got 10 years left in my life and that girl only has 5, hey, you know what? That girl right there is older than me. Am I right? Sure. Which is exactly what I tell these women. If they're really younger than me, and they say, "Oh, well, you're too old for me." Well, I tell them, say, "Hey, you know, uh, you can't really say that, because the only one who could really say the true age of a person is God. Because if she's 20 and I'm 70 and I got 10 more years and she only got 5 more years, then she's older than me, right? Because when she's 25, she's gonna be gone, you know. But if I'm 79, and I got 5 years left, then I'm younger than her. At least as far as God is seeing. You know? So, age is like that. Age is really nothing because, a lot of factors come in: health, God's plan, how you treat yourself, what's your attitude. So all that plays a part. And I was talking to this one girl, and very beautiful, very young. She got a kid, but we started uh, talking about marriage. But God was telling me, she's not the same yoke as you. We are unyoked, and the Bible says you shouldn't be getting married to a person and to yoke yourself to. It's got to be same kind of Christianity going on, same kind of prayers going up, same kind of attitude, same kind of looking for Jesus to return, same kind of working for the kingdom, which it should be everybody's emphasis, right? Yeah. I'm gonna let you people go because I'm already here yawning. I don't even know when I got up. I think I got up like 12 something, 12:30 or something like that. I went to sleep early. I don't know what time I went to sleep, 8 or 9 o'clock. I don't know. I go to sleep when I'm tired or wake up when I'm not. And I woke up, went to the bathroom, got up again about 2:30 or something like that. So, and that's a good night's sleep for me. That's a real good night's sleep. I mean, I got a CPAP machine over there, so I've had studies. I've had the sleep study thing. But, we're so far I've gotten up to here, right? Ebenezer, up to here, the Lord has helped me. And where is that located, Victor? Okay, I'll show you where that's located because I don't like to just say a verse like that and then not being able to show you exactly where it is. Ebenezer, I know it's from Samuel. Ebenezer. It was when the Philistines were attacking. Search results for Ebenezer instead of Anarmezer. That's terrible. They even have a church named Ebenezer here in Tampa, which doesn't really surprise me. Ebenezer Auto Sales might be Christian, who knows? But yeah. Oh, jeez. What is the meaning of Ebenezer? Ebenezer is a Hebrew name meaning stone of help, stone of assistance, originating from a memorial stone set up by Samuel to commemorate God's help in a victory over Philistines. Hallelujah. So that was when that happened. I'm going to be reading this, which is like 1,000 words or so. So you, you don't want to hear that. But I will say this. I will give you I will say this one verse here, and it's related to the Spanish church that by the grace of God, I feel that God is leading me to start, and it's in Zechariah 4:10. It talks about um, small beginnings. It says here, this is Zechariah 4:10. This is the New International Version. Let's get another version. Let me get the New King James Version, which is the one I like. Primarily, I like this one better than other versions. Okay, it keeps on talking about the NIV. Still new. Given translation. Zechariah 4:10. Who dares despise the day of small beginnings? Since the seven eyes of the Lord that range throughout the earth will rejoice when they see the chosen capstone in the hand of Zerubbabel. And that's the NIV. And if we look at the New King James Version, King James Version says in Zechariah 4:10 says, who has despised the day of small things? For these seven rejoice to see the plumb line in the hand of Zerubbabel. They are the eyes of the Lord which scan to and fro throughout the entire earth. Hallelujah. Well, we're going to leave it there. God bless everybody. And have yourself a great Friday. I'll be talking to you. Have a good weekend if I don't see you before then. God bless.